we got tremendous promise. The only thing is, the powers that be are trying to limit the promises that are coming down the road because of for selfish personal interest. They don't want us to get too smart, too healthy, because it's population control is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't realize it. And the food giants got a good thing going. They're taking junk food and making real food out of it. And of course, then the pharmaceutical companies are like, scavengers that are scurrying around when people get sick, and doctors put them on, medication and sending them for chemotherapy and performing surgery. Now, I don't want anybody to misunderstand me by a long shot, because I am not against science. I am not against medical intervention sometimes. If you have a car accident and you need surgery, I remember years ago to a natural hygienist, they broke a bone. They said it wasn't natural to set the bone. The joint would be distorted, or the bone would be not lined up properly, and because it wasn't done in a while. Well, I thought that was absolute idiocy to me, as far as I was concerned. That was one of the main reasons 65 years ago, I turned my back on some of the raw fooders, and some of the people were saying things because it just didn't make any sense to me. And I didn't get into that because I was a sickly person. Actually, it was the other way around. I was a very healthy person, very strong and very fit. I got into it just I always had a scientific curiosity, and I really put my health on the line there for a while to find out what the real story was by long-term fasting. And a lot of people around me, family and friends, thought they thought I had lost my mind, because I started out being a big, strong, healthy guy, was very rarely ever sick. And then I was going in, I had lost a lot of weight. There was a period when I lost a tremendous amount of weight, went from having a very heavy muscular physique to being a thin person. And I'm still thin, actually, but I'm thin by choice. And I think if I could, just out of curiosity, which curiosity always did get the best of me, I think that I'm able to, at this point, I'm still able to, work, develop, become real strong. I'm fairly strong, to become real strong and see what kind of a change I can make with my physique, just by exercising, not a lot. You don't have to exercise a lot, and maybe just increasing a little bit my caloric intake, just a little. I don't need a lot. I already know it, because I can put on some muscle just almost by staying on my dietary lifestyle that I'm on, and I'm not on a lot of calories. So it's pretty exciting, and nobody has all the answers yet. I don't think anybody's going to have all the answers ever, because there's just too much information out there. But the world is getting to be a very small place now because of the exponential knowledge that's on our computers, and science is increasing very rapid. Of course, as we said, of course it's exponential. Now we have to get people to put all the research into what we're just speaking about, rather than remedying people's mistakes, like new sophisticated surgery, which is important, but people are doing all the wrong things or have accidents, which are very important. I mean, there's a lot of things that the surgeons are doing are very, very remarkable. There's no doubt are necessary. But a lot of the stuff that we developed, chronic diseases, 85% of it is caused by our lifestyle, and turned into acute disease. And what happens? The body just goes into a complete failure, and the person will succumb to their disease. It don't have to be. We have to open our minds and be open to the new information, because there's a lot of people who've been saying things like this for years, and they were just held up to ridicule by, in general, or thought they were fanatics or weren't being realistic. It wasn't the case. The case was that the average person was the ones that were making the big mistakes, and they were so far removed from the truth. The truth was not comprehensible for them. So I'm excited. We're into a great time here. There's no two ways about it. And my hope, my prayer that more people become aware of this and realize that they can do it. See, a lot of people think they can't do this. It actually becomes very easy. After you do it for a while, it becomes very, very easy because your body does not have the desire to do anything else because you feel so good, you function so well. Why would you go back to some of the problems you were having?